Hey everybody, it's me again. I know you missed me. Um, this is a general reading for the group that chose love, love as their pick a pile, and God, I hope this one is like not that the other one readings were bad, but like by any means, no reading is ever bad, but like they were so like heavy, if that makes any sense at all. Um, and I'm just like sitting here going, okay, now I've chosen to do this pile love last, so hopefully it'll be a little less like draining, I guess is what I'm trying to say for me. Um, the other three piles were very in depth, and I'm sure that this one probably will be too, but I'm hoping that this one won't be quite as energy draining. So we will see here. So for those of you who chose this pile, love as your this is an oracle card. So the first thing here, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put this closer because this is kind of hard to see. Like they're already kind of hard to see, but this one in particular because there's a lot of detail in this card like that I'm picking up on right away. So this woman here, she's holding on to this heart shaped box, like it looks like a trinket box almost. Basically that's what it is, or some kind of wooden box, like trinket box is how I would describe it. On this hand up top here, the way she's holding it, this hand is very like young and smooth, and you can just tell it's a hand that's like of a young woman. And then on this hand, the one she's holding it with the other hand, this hand is like, okay, so there's cobwebs actually that are like actually going across this up towards the top of this box, but the cobwebs actually also look like it's an older woman's hand, if that makes sense. So the cobwebs actually look like, when they're going across her hand, like an older woman, like an old aged woman. I'm talking like I don't know, whatever you would consider like an old woman. And I mean, like, the way that it looks here to me is like an old woman, like I would say probably like 70s and on or something. I mean, like, it's an old person's hand. So what this is basically saying to me is that you you either have a love that's standing the test of time. Like, there's nothing so I'm already picking up on, just by this one card alone, on a soulmate or twin flame energy. Okay, like this love, and I am talking about specifically a relationship, because some of my other readings were like, it could be this type of situation, it could be this. No, like, this is a love relationship. This is going to be a love reading, and this is total twin flame soulmate energy. This love stands the test of time right here. Like, you've heard the term you hold my heart in your hands, or whatever. I think that's how it goes. That saying is basically what this is. This person is holding the other person's heart literally in their hands, because that's standing the test of time. And then this trinket box too could represent, some type of things that this person, holds dear. Could be from, things maybe that her person has given her over the years that they've been together, or maybe not even together. I mean, it could be there may have been some type of separation between the two, especially if it's a twin flame connection, which, you know, twin flame connections are very complicated. A lot of people don't really believe in them, but you know, if you do what I do and you really have grown to understand and research what a twin flame connection is and means, then you would, you know, understand it better. But so yeah, it's almost like, you know, she's holding this box of whatever she's got inside here, and it could be things from her person. That's what I'm feeling like. And yeah, this love is standing and has stood the test of time. So if you're curious as to whether or not this love that you may be, this person that you may be with or have been with, maybe you're not communicating with this person right now. There may be some type of separation right now. There may not be. But we'll look into that further in just a minute. But yeah, definitely this is soulmate right here. This love was meant to be. Like, this love is like divinely guided right here. That's what I'm feeling right here. So anyways, so whoo, thank God this is a like different energy. Yeah, so I'm already feeling that. I did pre-select the cards, but I haven't interpreted them yet. So I'm curious to see what's coming up here. I'm curious as to see whether or not like all that I'm feeling right here is coming up in these cards. And so, okay. So we've got, oh, and these are like, oh my God, these cards are like, I waited forever for these cards. They have gold edges, look. Like, they're the most awesome cards ever. I like fell in love with them, and I waited like a year. They were like $100, so they're very, very special. And I knew there was a reason why I chose these cards for this particular pile. Anyways, so yeah, they're just so pretty. So we've got the Queen of Swords. We've got, well, this card in this deck is called Lust, but it's actually the Strength card. They're calling it Lust in this deck. I'm not really sure why. Honestly, I really don't know that, but that's just what they're calling it in this deck. And I have not really used this deck a whole lot because it's like I got it, I fell in love with it, and I don't even hardly use it because it's just so like special and beautiful. And that's like why I say I knew there was a reason why I chose this deck for this pile. So it was meant to be here. Oh my, we've got the King of Swords. Check this out. So it says actually is the Prince of Swords, but in this deck the Prince of Swords is the King of Swords. Okay, so most decks it's like the Prince would be the Knight, but in this deck the Prince is actually the King. So we've got the Queen of Swords, we've got the King of Swords, we've got the Lust card or the Strength card, we've got the Nine of Cups. Look, see how all of this, like, see how it reminds me of like a wedding, you know, when they have those like fountains, like the champagne fountain things, you know what I mean, at the weddings, and like, you know, it's pouring down into each of the cups. That's what it's reminding me of. So we've got the Nine of Cups, or pleasure is what it's saying there. We've got the Four of Wands. That's awesome. I love this reading already. You don't even know. You guys just don't even know. Like, I'm already in love with this reading. Oh, I'm sorry. This is not the Four of Wands. This is, look, I can't even count. This is actually the Seven of Wands. But we do have the Four of Wands also. The Four of Wands. You guys, like, I don't even know. Like, I'm in love with this reading already. It's like, so, like, I don't know, the energy from it, it's like, ah. It's like, ah. I don't know. I know I'm such a dork. Okay. Anyways, then we've got the Wheel of Fortune. I not just say that this love is divinely guided? Look at this shit right here. I want you to look. I mean, I can't just make this shit up, y'all. Look. So, oh God, look. This wheel, okay, usually in a normal deck of tarot, you got the wheel is either leaning to either one side or the other, okay? Because it's obviously, it goes in cycles. What comes up must come down, what goes, you know, how it goes. No, let me tell you, look, this wheel right here, see these hands right here in the bottom? That shit is tight right there, okay? And then we've got this angel up here with his sword, and he is like protecting this shit. I just told you that. I just said that. I said this love is protected. This love is divinely guided. And look at this. I mean, like, I cannot just make this shit up. Like, and those strings are being like tight, like held on tight. Like, this wheel is not turning, okay? You understand? Like, it is there. It's locked in. Like, it is in balance. It is not going anywhere. It's not turning. Like, it's just, it's locked in, okay? I know I'm a dork, but I'm like so excited by this reading. You don't even know. Then we've got the Tower, okay? Now, I want you to look at this card. Like I said, I haven't used this deck very much. But, like, look at this. Like, the Tower in a regular Rider-Waite deck, there's like all this destruction. Of course, you know, you can see down here there is some destruction, but there's people that are jumping out of it, okay? So you've got, like, it's basically the lovers or two people are, like, jumping out. Like, one of them's on fire, I think, you know, and hell, the other one's, like, screaming. I don't know. It's, like, all this chaos you see, and then, like, this top of this tower is, like, crumbling too, and there's just like flames coming out the windows and all this. But like, check this out, okay? The bottom, the foundation of this tower is crumbled, okay? It's cracked, like right down here underneath here, but it's still standing. Like, it's still standing. And then look, like, there's nobody falling out of it, and then there's like this light that's like surrounding it. Look, I mean, see all this light? It's like this just glow around it. And so, yeah, like I say, this is like, there's nothing that can, in this love, in this relationship is so strong and powerful that there is not anything that could destroy it. Like, it is so protected. It's illuminated around it. I mean, it's just like, there's nothing that could destroy it. But, however, though, I do feel like that with this lust card up here, that there have been things that have tested it, okay? Tested it a lot, actually. I see a lot of drinking with this Nine of Cups over here. At one point in time, maybe you could have been in separation, or you could currently be in separation with this person. Like I say, if it's a twin flame connection, which I'm getting a lot of that off of this, you could have been in separation. And when you were, or if you were or are now, there's a lot of, I feel like it's due to, or has been due to, a lot of like lustuous I can't even talk, temptation, okay? A lot of lustuous type behaviors. But that was like a thing of the past. Like, that, I feel like that was one of the, maybe the one thing that that could have one point in time, or you thought that at one point in time was something that was going to separate you from this person. But this love it's not, it's like, it's standing the test of time. Drinking, I see a lot of drinking with this Nine of Cups right here. So when you guys were in separation, if you're currently, either you're drinking a lot or they're drinking a lot, or this could have maybe even caused a separation. Somebody drinking. I see a lot of alcohol. Then look at this cup up here with this lust card or this strength card. There's she's laying all like sexified on this like lion, and then she's got like this cup above her, you know, like, you know, a lot of temptation. There's a lot of temptation on both sides, I feel like, for some reason. I'm not really sure why, but like I said, this is general reading, so if you wanted to get more into your particular situation, we can, but because I'm kind of curious, but that's over. And for some of you, that's over, and for some of you, if you're currently going through this, it's gonna be over. You guys, there's nothing that can like keep you guys away from each other. It's probably just it could be just a phase. You may have met this person when you were young. Like I said, with the hand that's young, the lady with her young hand and her old hand down below. This could have been somebody that you met when you were like in high school. This could be like a, you know, high school sweetheart maybe. But yeah, this love is divinely guided, and you know it. I feel like you know it. You know that there's nothing in this world that would ever separate. And see, that's just it. Like, the thing about twin flame connections is this: it doesn't matter if you're in separation, if you're together. The love between a twin flame relationship, a person, or soulmate connection too, but more specifically, it's a twin flame. And if you don't know what twin flame is, you know, look it up, Google it. But it's a little bit different. You can have different types of soulmates in your life. You know, you can have a soulmate who's your brother or your sister, or, you know, anybody that's part of your soul tribe, okay? But a twin flame connection is like very divinely guided, and a lot of times you may go in separation from this person, but you have such a strong connection that the universe will almost always bring you back together, and you go into union, and then you ascend into heaven together. That's like one of our soul's goal is, or journey is, on this earth, this physical earth, is to, our souls are split into two, which is our twin flame, our divine counterpart, and we're searching for that person, so our souls can come together and ascend to heaven. And it's very rare that you find this person and not just find them, but actually come into union with them and then stay in union with them, and this is very special. Like, I'm jealous actually right now, kind of, I think. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not really jealous, but I mean, this is not something that I see very often at all. I mean, this is locked down. Like, this is so protected. So if you're in separation with this person, don't worry, okay? Because the universe is doing its work. It's doing its work here, and you'll be back in union with this person. Now, I don't know how long that will be. Like I say, I'd have to get into more of your specific situation. But, you know, and then, of course, we've got the Seven of Wands here, which is about victory. So you're going to have a victory in this situation if you are in separation with this person. If you're not in separation with this person, you know, yeah, you're lucky. Your love, and this love has withheld the test of time, and it's going to continue to. This reminds me of. Okay, so then we've got the Four of Wands here, which is about union and partnerships and marriage, and it's completion. Like, it's completion. So you've got your Nine of Cups over here, and then, which is like, you know, number 10 is completion, but then you don't have that 10 of Cups, but heck, over here, you don't need that 10 of Cups because we've got the Four of Wands over here. I mean, my goodness, like, why would you need that 10 of Cups? I mean, like, this is unreal to me, this reading right now. It's, like, awesome, but, yeah. So, yeah, definitely divinely guided. It's completion, it's victory, it's harmonious, it's like, I don't even know. Yeah, so that's that. I mean, like, what more can I say? So I'm going to read you your Moonology Oracle cards and see what they say. But yeah, this is very, very special reading right here. I'm pretty sure that I've never done a reading like this. So, yeah, I don't know. It almost makes me want to cry. Okay. So the first one is, sorry, I got to get in more of the light here. Prosperity lies ahead. See, if you've ever questioned this love, like, don't ever again, because you two, you and your person are like attached at the hip. Like, I don't know, like Forrest Gump says, you know, peas and carrots, or whatever the heck. Him and Jenny were like peas and carrots, or whatever he says. Like, you guys are not only lovers, but you're best friends. You're best friends. And there's nothing that, oh, I know what I was going to say a while ago, and I got to, like, on a tangent about the twin flame journey. The thing about twin flames is this. It doesn't matter, like, this bitch over here can, like, be, you know, like, over here trying to act all sexy all damn day and whatever. And you're just, because you know that you're the divine feminine, you know who you are, and you're just like, whatever, like, go on with your little self. Because, like, even if, you know, even if my man or whatever came over there and did whatever to you, like, he's still gonna be in love with me, so go on, whatever. Like, that's kind of like, what a divine feminine would say, because she knows who she is. Now, I'm not necessarily saying that you want your partner to do that. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying that a lot of times when twin flame partners and one goes and you guys are in a separation period, is because one is probably confused. They're confused by the connection. There's a lot of chasing, a lot of, you know, there's a runner, there's a chaser, and it could be back and forth, and you're in separation. Like, a lot of that bullshit goes on, you know. So that's why I'm seeing a lot of drinking here, a lot of alcohol, some, you know, a little bit of devil energy, you know. So, like, but still at the same time, it's like, you know who you are. So it's kind of like intuitively, subconsciously, you know that this bitch is nothing compared to who you are, and that this person will come back to you every time. That's like a twin flame journey. But I don't see a lot of separation here. I've seen it like a little bit. You may have been separated with this person before, or may currently be, but not for very long. Okay, so that's what I was trying to get at a while ago. So prosperity lies ahead. It sounds to me like prosperity is already there. Okay, with the new moon in Taurus. There's Taurus, which is earth energy, grounded, very grounded. Yeah, very grounded and very stable. Just like that tower, you see, like, very stable. That tower is not coming down for nothing. So a lot of earth energy there. The only thing that as far as like any kind of like emotional energy coming off of this, and it's not that you guys don't love each other, obviously you do, but the only like really like emotional energy that I'm picking up on is this Nine of Cups and this one cup up here. But I'm guaranteeing you that if I were to get into more of your specific situation, that I'd see like cups all over the place on this reading, okay? So even though, like, because we've got a lot of air energy in here with the swords, and that's only because you two are like you've met your match, and nobody can get to that level with you than this person. Okay, so you're the Queen of Swords, or vice versa, the King of Swords. Like nobody else could ever meet your match. Okay, like this person is on your level intellectually, emotionally, and otherwise. So that's a given. So that's why I'm not seeing a whole lot of cups here as far as that's concerned. But if I got into more of like your specific situation, I'm sure that there would be a lot more of that detail and depth in your reading. So I'm just throwing that out there for you. And then, what does this say? Sorry. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this card says nothing is yet set in stone. And you guys, like, listen, the very first thing that came to my mind, the one word that stands out in this entire sentence or message or phrase is the word stone. Like the stone in this message just was like almost capitalized for me. Like all the other words lowercase and then stone. Like that's how I seen it in my brain. So this is telling me that it's almost like the movie The Notebook. You know, the movie The Notebook. You know, when they die together. That's almost what it's like saying to me. Like nothing is yet set in stone. Like it's almost like you two are so like in love, and so this love is so timeless that you two are like gonna, it's like you two are gonna like die together. Like that's what it's feeling like. That's what I just pictured in my mind. Like nothing is gonna be set in stone with you two until like the end. You know what I mean? Like if that makes any sense at all. Nothing will ever be set in stone until the end of this divine partnership. Like that's what it's reminding me of, that movie. Yeah, The Notebook. Oh my gosh, like this is like I'm in love with this reading, you guys. I love this reading. It's like the most awesome reading I've ever done. Okay, well, I'll stop being all emotional now. So, yeah, if you want to get into your situation even further, which I can't really even see that possible, but if you want to, then PM me and you can book a private reading about anything, you know, whether it's career, finances, love, relationships, whatever. You know, PM me, we'll get into your specific question or situation and go from there. So I'm so glad that I ended this pick a pile reading with this particular one because it was awesome, you guys. All right, love you. Bye. See you next time.